Don't want to forget my workout.
Hello fitness friends, welcome to the channel again. Today we're doing some back and core. We are starting off with some straight arm pull downs with the bands, of course. Lots of bands today, lots of bands for the back and core. This is a pretty quick one and relatively easy, so definitely great for beginners. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you wish. This is about what you guys want to see, what you want me to cover, because I'm going to be working out anyway. You might as well have some input.
Alright, welcome everyone, welcome all six of you, thanks for stopping by. I'm working on my camera angle still, I'm probably out of frame right now. Yeah, there it is. Today we're doing some back and core. It's going to be pretty fun. I don't have too many exercises, so we're going to do a lot of sets. Everything I'm using today is pretty cheap. Like, I think this is on sale for $10 a piece right now, so 20. I'm using the heavier ones. Get those going. The hooks I installed last week, you can get this for $10 at Lowe's. I have 3 of them, different heights. I use them a lot, I'm going to use them a lot today, so. One more set of the warm-up. Feel free to ask some questions.
Alright, so we're still working on a lot of things. Remember, the best thing is just to go to twitch.tv/budget_gym
Keep my arms straight, so my triceps don't do all the work. Slightly leaned over, you should feel it all down your back, not just your arms.
I do a good job of talking in this video, so turn it up. There's not too many loud noises, just weight slamming.
The music is non-DMCA techno beats. I'm sorry, I don't even know if you can hear it. I don't listen to this. Yeah, we got it done. Just you, my man.
Let me know if I should just put the music over the music in the stream here because it's kind of quiet, or if I should just turn up the music.
Cool. So, one of these is as tough or tougher than 2 of the red ones, so these are my working sets. If you need it to be tougher, the coolest part about this is you just choke up on the bands, and then it's harder already. Whatever grip you prefer. You can be overhand, you can be neutral grip. Good first movement. Today is back and core. I think I have the description. So, 2 more sets of the straight arm pull downs. I have a lot of favorite exercises. This is definitely one of them. Because if you think about it, if you've ever seen a pull over, you're lying back on a bench. You're pulling a bar over you. This is the same, except the resistance is going the whole time. That's what makes it nice. These get twisted up, it's okay, it's not a big deal. Just don't tie them in knots. It doesn't matter how wide you have your legs or arms, personal preference, as long as you're feeling it mostly in your back. Next is the ab wheel. This is 12 bucks on Amazon. It came with this pad. Fitnessery is the brand or whatever. Does the job. I'll have to adjust the camera here. So you can see what to do at home. Even if you miss a stream, because people are busy. Alright, show in the right spot. Okay, to start.
To elaborate on that, it's like
I'm watching the stream to make sure I'm in frame if you're wondering why.
section right above your belly button.
There you go, alright.
You are
You're allowed a
breathing
little
out
bit of
against
back bend
that.
on this one. But you gotta think of keeping this tight. A lot of people, they just say that doesn't really mean anything. You're not sucking it in, you're actually pushing it out against yourself, not blowing it all the way up, but just right there in the middle. Go as far as you can. It's okay if you can only go here. Pull it back. Breathe during the hardest part of the movement. I've got long arms, so this is extra tough. On the way back, I'm trying to bring my ribs to my hips. So in like on a crunch machine you see in the gym. That's what makes the movement. You don't want to get out here and then just pull back with your arms. That's no good.
So at any point, feel free to skip through this workout and see what parts you want to do, can't do, don't have the equipment yet, that kind of thing. And then make sure you're watching how I do it. Form's pretty good on this one with these newer movements.
You feel this a lot in your arms no matter what. That one got away from me. We'll do one more of these in a second. Awesome. I'm probably near the top of the Fitness and Health channel. Welcome if this is your first time. My name's Nate. I do exercises with stuff that everyone can afford. Being laid off from COVID. Nothing I got is too fancy. There's a borrowed bench here. The most I spent was these adjustable weights. So the point is that if you're following along, that you can actually do this at home without having to buy a squat rack. Just some bands and some weights and you'll be good. Just a couple more, my lower back's feeling it. Not going as far the last couple. Different angles on this one. See if this is right. I'm sitting on the floor for this one. I got a blanket nearby. The ground is cold. I might use that. We'll see. Warming up with one of these. This is great. This gray one from Elite FTS. It's heavier than the orange one. It's heavier than the red one. And I'll only need one of these to start to get going. My garage floor is a little dusty. I need to sweep it, clean it. I might slide forward on here, so I might have to change positions, but that's okay. All right, good knee over the camera, start back a little further, stretch, and your elbows low, not towards your shoulders, don't scrunch your shoulders. You don't want to bend your arm. If you're bending your arm up towards you at all, you're flexing your bicep, and that's no good. We're trying to keep this in the back, so you keep your arms low. You definitely have to get some sort of glove for band work. They pinch because they get bigger and smaller. They can be uncomfortable in bare hands. Good warm up, going to 2 now. Set 2. Got a good warm up. Just make sure your bands don't slip off their hooks. Here we go, a little further back. Trying to pull me towards it, but I'm just heavier than it. Slight hold at the back. One more. Whew. That one got tough. I felt it everywhere. Not anything. It's okay to put your knees up. It's all about that hold on the end. With the bands, they feel a little safer. You don't have to worry about anything happening to you unless they snap at you like that, but you know, don't let them go. Right? That's tough. So if I wanted to do more, I would just take the orange ones that we were using earlier, drop them down to the bottom hook, get a couple more reps, but that felt pretty good. I'm saving it for my favorite exercise, some dumbbell rows here. So I'll have more in the tank. All right, can I move? All right, we're going with the orange one. Again, this works like a crunch machine in a gym. And wind up. So when you're grabbing the handles, that's what's performing the crunch, right? So with these high up like this above my head, it's providing the resistance. And I can walk around and make it incredibly tough. Right? Kind of want a wider stance. Hold above your head. Don't move your arms. It's not a tricep workout. Once you get your arms in position, you gotta keep them there. I'm squeezing the core. Again, I'm just giving a midsection to my pelvis. That's how the abs work. It's their job to flex the spine this way and to stabilize other movements. So this feels really good, switching between the back and the core. Core is getting kind of like twice the work. All right. You want to try not to move your hips back during that one and take any tension off the core that's doing all. Better Twitch TV, thank you. Yes, so let me zoom this way in. Okay. So each of the hooks have 2 lag screws, and they're actually pretty long. They're about that long. So they're going all the way through the stud. So we used a stud finder, right? That's the markings that I didn't erase. Made sure I found the stud right on the dot. Drilled a hole to start, and then I put the giant lag screw in. They're pretty big, they're pretty strong. They can definitely hold my body weight. If I could hang from 2 fingers on, I would easily be able to hang from that one up there. It wouldn't pull out. So each of them have the 2 screws. And like I said, I almost went with some screen door handles at Lowe's that were a little bit bigger, nice and smooth, so that they won't cut up your bands. That's a big deal. And they would have screwed in just fine, had a big thing, but I would have had to wrap the bands around them, which is fine. But these are even more convenient. They're quicker to change. You can do drop sets really easy. Move them around. They won't snap up back at your face
If I had to get one band, it would be this orange one from Elite MTS. There's so many exercises.
This one for the core, and this orange band here is medium strength band.
56 pounds and goes up to
probably my
125.
favorite. It's the easiest.
So there's so many
Requires
things you can do with it, and that's, you know, like 25
very little effort,
pounds
and you're
each
still
arm.
working your core pretty good. And it's stretching out my lower back, which has had problems this year. I ordered a whiteboard. The whiteboard's coming in. It's gonna go up here. It's gonna have what the workout is, notes, ideas for the future. But right now, I just used a piece of paper. I'm already over halfway through the workout, so that's pretty cool. Now to my favorite move of the day, where I'm gonna put all my energy. That's the single arm dumbbell row. You've all seen this. You take a weight that will surprise you. A lot of people do a lot heavier than they think. You get some sort of surface where you can have a third point of contact. I'm going to move the camera before I do that. Then you're just driving your elbow and you're putting your dumbbell in your pocket. Very important, again, not to the chest, you're not flexing your bicep. It goes into your pocket. However that works. Make sure these are screwed on, tighten them up between each set. They're not that fancy to where they're just magically gonna stay. All right, the camera could be a little higher. There's no way of knowing this. And there goes the dumbbell. All right, 65 pounds. Big wide stance, making room for my back to stretch out, going almost all the way to the floor to get that lat going there. It's not a balance exercise, so use whatever you need to. Okay. Other side. That's some stuff. There's no good way to see this diet. Notice how my elbow's getting all the way up past my back. All right, that's good. Driveway goes down that way, so does the garage. Things are rolling on me if I'm not careful with the use of that's investing equipment for the home. Yeah, I mean, if you have any studs in your house, you gotta go for the hooks and the bands. So the TRX, I'm doing a workout without the TRX today. The hooks with the bands, right? They're step one. There's a lot of companies that make cheap things that stick in doors and you can use the bands that way too. But they don't even need to be on hooks. You can put them under anything heavy. A good example would be I'm going to tie this band through here by looping it through. So it's gripping, so you gotta be careful. So I'm looping it through here, right? Okay. So I make the dumbbell heavier because this is a heavy, heavy band. Foot up on the dumbbell. Grab it a little higher because it's a little heavier. Just like this, right? So this is a lot easier. And then I go down further. I have a slightly heavier band of this. And this is just as heavy as the dumbbell that I was doing. So that's what I aim to do here, to show people ways to get creative, so the more questions the better. Put those clips on YouTube along with the full workouts as best as I can in between Club Conquest. So that's one example. All right, I'm gonna put heavy weight on now for the next 2 sets. 85 pounds is about what I do in the gym. Dumbbells go up to 100. Awesome thing to get. Yeah, so the TRX and the bands, they're a must. Because you can do body weight. And you can make it variable resistance, make it different challenge levels. I'm going to do the right side this time first. You start feeling it in your lower back. You have a wide neutral stance where you line your feet up. And you still aim for the pocket, but with just this wider stance. The only problem with these is They got the things jutting out on the side, so you gotta be careful not to stab yourself in the arteries between your legs. This is heavy. I'm eventually, hopefully, qualify for a sub button one day. That's the best way to support, because I would keep giving stuff where people could build their own and pick and choose what they want to get and show you creative ways to use it. Alright. Good stuff. Also, it's okay if people are shouting out movements for me to do. Could you show me this real quick? I'll probably have to do 3 sets, 4 sets, whatever. It's fine. But I will show someone how to do something real quick. Because if one person's thinking, I love. Alright. Last set of these. Feeling good. Getting stronger as the workout goes on. With the dumbbell rows, when you start feeling your arms taking over, that's when you know it's about time to stop. Last 2 reps were all in the bicep. That's no good. We'll have an arm day someday, but not today. Big stretch. Cheating a little at the end, that's alright. Enough set, allowed to cheat a little. Any kind of soft surface will do. My back is flat. My hips are flat because I'm bringing my knees up. My arms are going straight up. Little movements. You're just going from here to here, okay? Making sure my shoulders are getting off the ground. You're not yanking on your neck like you've seen other crunches. This is all you need. If you're feeling really tough, you can hold your legs out. Again, stretching the back out after a heavy back exercise feels good. Some people like to do a lot of reps on core. I don't. I treat it like everything else. 2 to 5 sets, 6 to 20 movements. It's all good. Cool. But the core stuff, just get it over with. You know, make sure you can get whatever number you're going for, but it's fine. You can absolutely hold a weight in your hand. Just grab this 10. Already much harder. Some people believe doing weighted core stuff is what gives you those cuts. It's genetics. What your abs look like is genetics when and if you want to see them. So, you know, just do whatever feels good. Make sure you're doing it all, playing some chords. But there's no magical core exercise. And I'd love to hear if there is. Exercise without featuring the bands. And that's no good. So we're gonna do one with the bands here. It's gonna be hard to get an all-in shot. But we're gonna do some lat pull downs. So the big straight bar, you see at the gym, the wide straight bar. What you wanna do is you're gonna grab 2 of these, or 1 with a wide grip. You have a seat, make sure it's secure. Pull it down to your chin. So you get as close to it as you want so that it's most like that exercise. Or you could be farther back, it doesn't matter. It's whatever feels best. Just pretend it's a bar. Don't move your hands much. I will say it's a little bit of tricep going on with the 1, because you gotta push them out. So 2 is best, for sure. They're on the same hook, they can be the same length, no problem. There you go. This is tough with the mediums. There you go. You get to use it to help you up. It's a good one. Cool, going on 40 minutes. Nice, good pace. Pace is up to you, it's not a big deal. Another pro tip about the bands is I was going to grab a gray one, but instead of grabbing a gray one, I'm just going to grab the red that was already up there and the orange. About the same resistance that way. There's a chart on the website, LEFCS.com, that tell you the resistances, so you can find out what's right for you. This orange one, full stretch, goes up to 120 pounds, I believe, so it's pretty intense. So these two together are going to be tough. Plus they give you where to grab onto. Highly durable, these things won't break. This feels like 140 pounds. You can change to a neutral bit, get a little bit more arm and shoulder involved, your upper back shoulder that is. Pull them down as far as the leg. Ouch. Cool. We got one more set of those. Perfect time for any questions. I'm taking a big breath here. Sorry if it's hard if I'm talking away from the camera. There's definitely some echo. It is my empty garage after all. So when you're doing these, your lat muscle connects all the way down here to all the way up under your arm, actually on your humerus bone. So any movement where you're moving it very far towards your spine is getting the whole lat to go. I think my black shirt isn't helping the demonstration. It's not tank top season yet though, but you're pulling down here, you want to think of where my hand is on that meat. Alright, so if you get used to squeezing, it's called the mind muscle connection. It sounds fake, but it's real. You can feel your muscle working without any resistance behind it. Last set, I'm going to go the orange and red, and I'm going to drop the red halfway through or so. Perfect drop set, because this is heavy. I'm pretending the bar is going just in front of my chin. Just let that spring up. Quick change. Get a good grip. Oh, yeah. Extra range of motion. Last 2 reps are all arms. That's how I know it's time to stop. That one. Cool. So we did some band and low rows, the straight arm pull downs with the band, the single arm rows with the dumbbell. But I showed you how you could hook up to anything and pull it with the band. The core movement, like the ab machine with the band, and the lat pull downs just now. Everything worked our lower back a little bit, but I didn't do any extensions. I have a bench upstairs now that someone gifted us, and I'm going to do some back extensions on. That's going to feel good. As far as doing it here, you would need a dumbbell that you can fit your foot under, up against the wall, a pad for your legs, right? And some band tension in order to curl. So that's too much. Better safe than sorry. So I'm going down and then I'm pulling myself up. I'm driving my foot back into the weight and getting a ton of hamstring. This is incredibly tough. It's definitely an advanced maneuver.